Welcome to Gentle Somatic Yoga, HeartMath, and other tools for de-stressing during the holidays. During the holidays, we tend to even run around more than we do the rest of the year. And the more we go from thing to thing so quickly, we're putting ourselves in the sympathetic or fight and flight part of our nervous system, even though we're not fighting and flighting. Stress can be good and stress can be bad. It doesn't really matter. It's still perceived physiologically as stress, which raises our cortisol, which contracts everything inside and tightens up our muscles. So the importance of doing yoga during this holiday season is to shift into the parasympathetic nervous system, which is your rest, your calm, your expansion, the peaceful part of the nervous system. And you need those moments, particularly during the holiday. So a lot of people give up their yoga during the holiday, and this is really one of the most important times to keep it going. So we'll start with just a simple breathing practice, and one of the ways to activate your parasympathetic or restful nervous system is to do a passive inhale, and then purse your lips and make an active exhale with a sound, almost like a hissing sound. Passive inhale. Passive inhale. And you should notice kind of a slight shift. If it makes you dizzy or lightheaded, do a little bit less. So make your inhale passive and make your exhale more active with like a pursed lip and a hissing sound. So that's a tool you could use throughout the day. Just take a moment and do that. So let's move into a HeartMath practice for getting into a little more ease during the holiday. And with HeartMath, you can either place your hand on the heart or not. I do so because it draws my attention there. And begin to slow your breathing down in and out of the chest area. Keep the breath calm and smooth. So the second step of this would be to draw in that feeling of ease, de-stress, relaxation, peace, whatever that feeling means to you. Sometimes we actually have to visualize a time and a place when we've been that way, particularly if in the last year or so it hasn't been very easeful. You might have to conjure up a memory or something that brings in that feeling of ease, or a person or a pet that makes you feel particularly easeful. Could be a sound or a color as well. Even a texture, the texture of clouds passing in the sky. Now again, this practice, your eyes can be opened or closed. It can be done as short as a minute, up to 5 minutes. And the reason that works so well is because what we're doing when we breathe into our chest or heart center is we're activating the nervous system within that area. And there are about 40,000 neurons. And the communication from this area goes up through the vagus nerve, and the vagus nerve is your primary nerve of calmness. And it starts sending messages that we want to the pituitary and to the hypothalamus and all those centers of messaging in our body. Our brain is always reading everything out there. And when it reads something that's dangerous or when it perceives danger, and running around kind of could be perceived as danger, it sends a different message. And so anytime you can do something like this to send a calm message to the brain, you're creating a cascade of beautiful, relaxing hormones. All right, so just a couple of simple practices you can do. Everything we're going to do today is going to be slower than usual. So if you normally go like this, right, just go like this. So slow everything down. It may seem too slow for you, but give it a try. Just move in ways that are slower than you would normally move. I'm moving the shoulder in a lot of different planes. And this whole rocking thing, when we rock, whether it's side to side or forward and back, that's also a wonderful signal to our vagus nerve to put us in that calmer state. So we're going to be doing a lot of undulating today, undulating movements. And the slower you can go, the more effective this is. Raise your arms out to the side and draw them, giving yourself a bear hug. Lift them up, release them. Cross your arms the other way, bear hug again. Lift them up to release. Now draw one arm up and bend it and touch the same shoulder with that arm. Reach with the other hand and lift. You could change the pulse of your legs if they're getting tired of being that direction. Lean over. Don't stay. Sometimes when we stay in a move like that and stay too long, our body will respond with the opposite response than we want it. We want it to rest and relax and loosen and soften and expand, and it'll contract because it feels like it's in danger. Go ahead and release that. Lift the other arm up, touch the back, lift up the elbow with the opposite hand above the head, and then tilt over side to side. All right, release that. Place the arms behind your body, fingers pointed away, opening up the chest, and then rounding. Opening up the chest on the inhale, and rounding forward. Next time you open up the chest, open up the legs. Cobbler's pose, round forward, draw the knees together. Let the knees go out, open the chest, draw the knees in, close the chest. Last time. And draw the arms around your legs for a moment and just sit and check in. Check in a lot today, even if it's for just 5 seconds. Just notice how each of these little asanas are creating either space or more tension in the body. We want them to create space. So let's draw, if you're mirroring me, it would be the left leg in and the right leg out. And let's just notice first when you're leaning over what your natural range of motion is. So mine is about here. That's about it. And then we're going to work on trying to release some chronic tension, which will improve our range of motion. So lift arms up to the sky on inhale and just fall over on the exhale. Don't stay there. Draw the arms back. Inhaling and exhaling and back. And inhaling and exhaling and inhaling and exhaling. Sit for a moment. We're going to reverse the order of this. So now you're going to inhale as you're sitting here. Exhale, just release forward. And lift it up. Inhale. And come forward. Exhale. And lift it up. Inhale. And forward. Exhale. Now bend up the straight leg and either place the head on the knee or close to the knee, creating an energetic connection. And then just allow the leg to slowly straighten out. Maintaining the same distance between the head and the knee. Stop when you reach your range of motion. This is it for me. And release. Now place that leg back straight out and then fold over again and see if you're able to fold over a little more deeply without discomfort. So I have released a little bit, maybe a couple of inches more than I had. Let's change sides. So first, let's check our initial range of motion. This is our pre-check, and that's about it right now. Ooh, boy, am I stiff on this way. So that's about a foot and a half away. And then we'll start this little routine. Lift it up on an inhale. Just fall over on an exhale. Come on back. Lift it up on an inhale. Fall over on an exhale. Come back. And lift and fall over. Sit for a moment and just resituate yourself. We're going to go forward next. So inhale as you're sitting here. Exhale, lean forward and lift on the inhale. Exhale, lean forward and lift on the inhale. Third time. Exhale, lean forward and lift on the inhale. Bend this knee up. Place your head either on the knee or energetically connected to the knee, as close as feels comfortable. And then slowly slide this leg away. And when you get to your fullest range of motion, where it's going to cause discomfort when you go further, take a breath or two here. And then release, straighten that leg out, and then see if you have gained some range of motion. Oh my goodness, I have half as close now, or half more close. All right, go ahead and release that. And put your hands behind your back. Open up the chest on an inhale. But we're doing this the opposite way this time. Collapse the body as your knees go out. Open up the chest on an inhale. Slide the body forward as your knees go out. And open up the chest. And release. And then just release forward and see how your range of motion is in this place. And breathe. Let's check in and see how we're feeling before we move to the next sequence. Is there any place that's feeling a little less stress? That's the aim of today's practice. Get rid of some stress. So let's go into mermaid, deer, cheerleader pose. It's got so many names. My new favorite thing to do in this pose is to, when I twist off, lift the rear. When I twist back, lower the rear, but lift the back knee. So it's kind of a little wind up twirl. And close your eyes once you sense what you're doing. We're getting so many muscles involved, and we're just moving in a really safe, lovely way. Nice. All right. Now take the hand on the hip and just move that hip in many different angles, many different directions. Move it up and down. Move it forward and back. Do a figure eight. Reverse the figure eight. Do a half circle. Do a half circle back. What we're trying to do is move in every direction rather than just one direction. And place hands on either side of the front knee. And then do like little mini cat-cows, which I call a dolphin, dipping the nose in that one. Trying to gain some freedom of movement here. Now take this leg that was behind you and draw it completely across the body. Now, if this doesn't work to sit with both legs bent like this, the underneath leg could straighten out. Otherwise, you can leave it bent. Sit up straight and tall for a moment, lift up, and then let's go ahead and twist toward the front leg. And then release it into like a really soft position. Lift it up and twist it. Lower it and soften the back body. And last time, lift it and twist. And lower and soften. Once again, place hands behind the back, legs in front. Let's open up the chest, and this time we'll open up the knees when we open the chest. Let's close the chest, draw the chin and knees together. Inhale and exhale. And inhale and exhale. Set up for the other side. So if you're mirroring me, your right knee would be in front and your left knee behind. So let's begin with our twisting series. Twist off. When you come back and you put the butt back on the ground, your knee lifts. Eyes can be closed. You can sense more with your eyes closed. And last time. So check in for a minute, see how you're feeling. Cradle the hands around the front leg. Imagine you are a dolphin swimming and dipping your bottlenose up. So come down and shift up. Come down and up. Eyes can be closed to get more out of this pose. And last time. All right. Take this leg, which is behind, cross it all the way in front. You can keep both legs bent like that, or You can straighten it out on this side. It feels better for me to have this leg straight. Sitting up straight and tall or twisting toward your left. So when you twist, engage, and you release the twist, let it go. Twist, engage, release forward, let it go. And twist, and let it go. One last time, legs in front, hands behind. This time when you draw your knees out to the side, round forward. When you draw your knees up, chin up, engage the back body. And last time. And then just let the knees drop over and see what your range of motion is coming from. How are you feeling? I hope a little less stress in the body. And when you have less stress in the body, you're going to have less stress in the mind, right? They kind of communicate with each other.